Hi everyone, so I'm back from my walk and it's still week 5 and I've literally am about 2 hours since I recorded the first video, part A, and I still had so much information that I wanted to give you that I thought I would do a part B. Now, I have actually read my multivitamins and I'm a little bit annoyed with the lady at the chemist because she told me that the multivitamins were exactly the same. It was just the iron that was higher, and I have actually found that the pregnancy ones and the women's ones are not the same. Okay, so I've given you misinformation. I am really sorry. So I hope if you've watched my last one, you are now watching this one, especially if you took my information seriously. The women's multi has a lot more, not a lot more, but has more of the other basic supplements in it. So this one, the women's multi actually has biotin in it. This one, the pregnancy, doesn't have any biotin in it, which I know is really good for your hair growth and strength, which after the surgery is really important considering our hair starts falling out. I will talk about that after Holly's making a bit of an appearance. I don't know if you remember Holly, but she's the cutie that showed up in the videos a bit early on. He's a Hossy! You want to say hello? You're getting a wagging tail, everyone. So, but some of the other ones were your vitamin B1, 2, and 3 aren't as high in the pregnancy ones. So be really careful of that. I'm thinking that I might actually keep these as emergencies, the pregnancy ones, and I'll get another one of the women's ones, even though the iron is higher and iron deficiency can be really prevalent in sleeve people or sleeved people. It's not worth going deficient on all your other vitamins and minerals just to have higher in iron. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that. Now, the other thing I was going to tell you about was I went away last weekend, and I actually had to cut this out of my last video because I went over time and silly YouTube wouldn't let me upload it for some reason. I'm not very computer tech, so I can't really explain why. And it's a little bit silly because I'm in a singlet now, but I went away to a place called Dungog, and it's a funny named place, but it was absolutely freezing. It was for a motorbike competition. I don't ride bikes, but my brother does, and he did incredibly well. I'm so proud of him. But I definitely found that sleeved people, especially when you are losing weight and your calorie count is so low, you feel the cold an awful lot more. I do have a photo, but I can't seem to get it onto the computer and thus onto my video. I had 3 jackets on. 3 or 4 jackets on, sorry, and 3 pairs of socks plus 2 pairs of pants. And I was absolutely freezing. We were camping. We were in a caravan though, and we did have a heater, not through the night, but we did have it on through the evening. And it was so cold, and I mean, I'm usually a hot bunny, and I take cold showers to get my body temperature down. And I was absolutely freezing. It was ridiculous. But one thing that was really good about the weekend, or one other thing that was really good about the weekend, other than my brother racing brilliantly, was it was the first time I had actually gone away and I had to organise preparing my own food. I was away from Wednesday through till Saturday night, and I had to organise everything. So I took away foods like I did mashed egg with mayonnaise. I took away not spaghetti, sorry, because I was still on puree. I took away bolognese with beans in it. I took away yogurts, some custard. What else did I take? there were quite a few things that I took. I made sure I took milk because it's a good source of protein. I probably had too much milk, but it was a nice change from water. I'm finding cordial really, the sugar-free cordial, really, really difficult to drink at the moment. I'm just over it. I drank it a lot to get water down when I was on Opti and before Opti, and I'm just over it. So I found I took all of that away with me, and I thank goodness I did, because there was just nothing there that I could eat. Especially being on puree, there just wasn't anything, and I didn't want to eat anything there. The only thing that I've really craved, amazingly, because I never was a big drinker before, was soft drink. Coke, and not Coke, but Diet Coke, and Fanta and Sprite and that kind of thing. The biggest thing is creaming soda. That's the one thing that I absolutely love. And amazingly, I have really wanted one of those, but that was about all that I wanted while I was away. But I did have one hot chip, and it was a squishy one. One of the really squishy ones. And I did let myself have one of those. And I had that was all. Otherwise, I stuck to my egg. I had a poached egg one morning. I had baked beans. I took ricotta with me. I took some tinned salmon. I took an avocado. I'm really liking avocado, ricotta, and salmon mashed up all together. That's absolutely beautiful. My mentor got me onto that, and that is stunning. But anyway, so it all went really well, and it was the first true test of how I would handle going out. Obviously, I'm not always going to be that prepared, but I'm happy I got through the first occasion. Now, I wanted to show you something else as well. This is my living savior when it comes to containers. It's the perfect size for going out, at least for me. From memory, it's about 200 milligram, something like that. It's freezable. This is what I had my soups in, or my broths in, when I first came home for the first 2 weeks. And now, like, we had burritos last night, and I put my leftover less than a quarter of a burrito in here. And you can see it's barely anything when you put your finger next to it. Really easy lid. It's, for those in Australia, it's a Systema, and they come in all different sizes. They're absolutely fantastic. They're clip-on ones. So make sure you've got really good containers that are going to last and are reliable, because you're going to have leftovers. You're going to have leftovers from when you go out to dinner, when you eat every night, when you inevitably overcook, especially when you first start and you're first sleeved. I am notoriously an overcooker at the moment, especially because it's just me and my fiance. But anyway, the next thing I was going to talk about is the thing that's now really worrying me. I think my hair has already started falling out. My hair is reasonably thick, but it used to be about double the thickness of this. It was actually brushed. I've since coming back from the walk, it's looking a little bit grotty. I had a big medication change I have to talk to you about my meds as well. A big medication change, and we think it started my hair falling out, which can happen when you have a big change to your system, like a surgery or something like that, which is why a lot of people see their hair coming out. And my hair has thinned off a lot already. I think it's already started falling out in the last week, because I've seen a drastic reduction in or a drastic increase, I should say, in how much hair's been coming out when I wash it, when I brush it. And what's really worrying me is I have my wedding in 7.5 months. So what I was going to ask was, I know it's inevitable, sorry, but is there anything you can do? I know that the USANA stuff is meant to be very good. I was going to ask if there is anyone from America that does watch my vlog. Have you anyone used the hair shampoo and conditioner? Have you found it to be of any use? I know we don't really have anything here in Australia that truly works. There's a lot of products that says they do hair strengthening and hair fullness, but it's going to come out. You've got to let it run its course, but I just don't know what to do. I don't want to be walking down the aisle bald. And I've always had such full, lovely hair. It's kind of scary for me. The other thing I was going to mention was, please, if you are on any medication, can you, especially if it's affected by weight, the dosage, can you make sure that you regularly get it checked by your doctor? I spoke to you about the fact that I had the shakes. Now, I don't have the shakes really anymore, no more than I usually have them. And that's because I went and got my bloods tested, and my lithium level, which is one of the medications I was taking, instead of it being between 0.5 and 0.12, it was almost double the higher range. So it was up on 0.22 and up where it could be causing kidney damage, apparently. So I had to have another blood test done. I was taken off lithium straight away. Excitedly, because my depression has lifted so much and my mood levels have stabilized, they're actually going to, or my doctor is going to try me by not going back on the lithium for a while, which is huge because hopefully it's a drug that can cause liver damage, can cause kidney damage. It's also got some really other nasty side effects that can have some issues, and I now don't have to be on that medication. So for me, that is a huge plus. But it could have been a really serious issue. It was causing me massive issues with my shaking. It was causing me huge issues with, I went from having perfect sight to all of a sudden, or kind of 2 weeks ago, I could not see long distance. I had to stop driving. And I've never had trouble with my sight before. So please keep an eye on your drugs. I've got another medication that I'm on that I cannot come off at the moment, at least, that also is weight related. So it will be blood tests for me again regularly, and we're just going to keep a closer eye on that one as well. So please just keep in mind that your medication can be related to how your weight is. We're dropping weight rapidly, and it is really, really important that you just be mindful of it. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye again, and I hope everything's going really well, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Okay, bye.